Today we're going to talk about water. The average American uses well over 50 gallons of water in just their everyday residential use. While we're long-term cruising on Argon, we use about 5 gallons a day between Bob and I. I'm going to share with you how we do that.
We're surrounded with water. Only problem is we can't drink it or wash with it. So our two choices are to either make fresh water or store fresh water. We don't have a water maker, so we don't make it. We have 2 tanks that store about 130 gallons. So that's our solution. Because we have a limited supply, we have to conserve.
We've decided not to get a water maker on Argon. It does mean that we have to plan our water usage carefully. In addition, we do most of our bathing in the ocean and most of our laundry is done on shore, except for an occasional washing of a few garments in the galley sink.
That's about all the fresh water we use for a shower.
Water makers are great. They turn this stuff into this stuff. Well, except without the gin. But the drawback with them mainly is that they use an awful lot of electricity to convert seawater into fresh water. Electricity is another thing that we are kind of tight on because we're both working, we're running 2 laptops all the time plus a refrigerator. Other drawbacks with them are they do require quite a bit of maintenance. We've met a lot of cruisers who have water makers that aren't working, so they're just carrying around the dead weight for nothing. And the other bit is that they're quite expensive. So pretty good initial investment too if you want to get a water maker.
We look forward to the occasional rain shower so we can give Argon a good washing.
We've got a freshwater flushing head, which is great from a smell point of view, but if you're on a water budget, it can use quite a bit. So we augment our flushing with a bucket of salt water that we keep in the shower.
We've tried collecting rainwater, but not very successfully yet.
In between the rare tie-ups to a dock, the main way we gather water for the boat is with the dinghy by filling up a couple of jerry jugs. It's a lot of work for a little bit of water. We wanted to have a way to transfer more water for each dinghy trip and also have an easier way to transfer it into the tanks. We've heard about people using camping water bladders and pumps to do something like that. So we thought we'd try to put something together ourselves. This is a proof of concept for a new way to gather water. Ultimately, these tanks would be replaced with a bladder. So it did 5 gallons in about 5 minutes. So that's not so bad. We finally got a 100-liter Plastimo flexible water tank. We've been seeing the 150s all over the place, but this 100 fits nicely in our dinghy. Here's the rest of the kit over here. This is the Rule inline pump. Here's the exit for the Plastimo tank. I'm just going to leave it permanently hooked to the input of the pump. And we put this fixed connector on and a connector for it over here on the boat. So it plugs right in, and the wire's long enough to take the pump right down into the dinghy when it's alongside the boat. It fits in the dinghy pretty well. My feet can actually sneak by it. I have filled it up with the garden hose, and now we're going to try to hook the pump up and pump it out into the boat water tanks. Okay, so I plugged in the pump and I hear it running, but as expected it's not self-priming. So I'm going to climb back down in there and see if I can get it to prime without siphoning and shooting water all over myself. Just took a little bit of persuasion to get it to prime, and water is flowing. Look at that. Cool. So the dinghy has become our water tanker. 100 liters at a time. 100 liters in the boat, one trip. That'll work.
Can I take a shower?
Yep.
Long shower?
Take a teenager shower.
No.
The American uses, start again.